we have an urgent problem, and we had a particularly urgent problem last year because we have to stop taking Russian gas following the invasion of Ukraine. That's given us many challenges, and we had to take emergency measures to make sure that we could keep the lights on and to keep our houses warm and to keep our industries working without Russian gas. That's an emergency measure, and we have to recognize that importing gas from somewhere else, typically we're now importing a lot more liquid natural gas. This is not a solution which we can live with. Why? Because it has a very negative impact on the climate. It generates greenhouse gases, which are raising the temperature of our climate. So we have to completely phase out the use of natural gas. That's a very drastic step, but we can't argue our way out of drastic changes. The climate does not make compromises. EASAC's report addresses the challenges of phasing out the use of natural gas, and that's absolutely necessary, but it implies investments, and not everybody has the money or access to credit or capital to go out and buy new heating systems or other devices, other technologies to replace what is currently using natural gas. So our success in Europe in reducing our greenhouse gas emissions will involve the need for public support, funding, and that should be not just spread across the whole community. It needs to be targeted on the most vulnerable groups and households that risk getting into energy poverty or finding energy poverty even worse than they have today. Targeted use of our funding will be a crucial part of a successful move to a low emission economy, a low emissions solution for Europe. So the EASAC report highlights the importance of reducing our greenhouse gas emissions quickly, because we are trying to stop the global warming overshooting the 1.5 degree target of the United Nations. And there are not so many solutions for that. The report addresses the fact that there are some technologies which we would love to be able to deploy, but which will not be ready in time. And particularly, we address carbon capture and storage. It is being developed. It is available at a very early stage in some parts of Europe, but it will not be ready in time to stop us overshooting the 1.5 degree warming limit. And the other technology that we would love to find a solution for is nuclear technology. And here, unfortunately, the cleaner one, nuclear fusion, is still in its infancy. Work is continuing on new, what are called small modular reactors, but neither those nor building new full-sized traditional nuclear plants will be ready in time to limit our global warming below 1.5 degrees. In addition, we have to recognize that the nuclear technologies still have burdens to be removed. Challenges including, on the one hand, how do we deal with the wastes? Most European countries have still not got a solution to that. And the other is that with the climate changing, accessibility for cooling water to the plants is already becoming a problem, and scarcity of water for cooling the plants puts an additional safety risk in front of us. So sadly, to deliver our immediate short-term reductions in carbon emissions, we need to work very quickly on renewables, which have the advantage that they can be deployed quickly, and today they are by far the cheapest solution.